So you guys have been around for a long time. I feel like your music's always pushing boundaries. Every time you come out with something new, it's like there's not a shortage of tricks up your sleeves, so to speak. There's always new sounds, new themes. Um, how do you guys managed over the years to kind of keep that sort of creative progressiveness rolling? What keeps you inspired?
Um, I don't know, man. It's like I think just getting older and just stay, listening to music and listening to new music and listening to old music and just trying to find, I think you're always like, kind of reaching for inspiration to some degree. And we've just kept doing that, you know what I mean? And we've never allowed ourselves to get too stagnant, doing sort of the same thing over and over again. We've always wanted to, I guess we've always prided ourselves on the fact that, we're willing to push ourselves. We're willing to push our fans as well. And I think that's what keeps us going. And honestly, I think that's what our fans maybe appreciate about us is that they know that they're going to get something different every time. But that's the biggest thing is just kind of the willingness, I guess, to push yourself out of your comfort zone as much as possible. When you're writing new music and at this point in our career, I think that's kind of what keeps us going is the fact that we still love to write music and I'm still like every time we write an album, I'm super pumped to like hear what the other guys, what kind of ideas the other guys have come up with and feed off of that. So yeah, we just like doing it, man. That's the biggest thing. We just love doing it.
Yeah, how does it happen typically? Like when you're talking about, seeing what other ideas the guys have brought to the table and that sort of thing, like when you guys get into the band room, I mean, are you just like, all right, today we're starting to write the record and somebody throws out a riff and you just go, or I'm sure it's a lot of things, but
Yeah, I mean, there's no one, there's no short answer to that. I mean, I think we all write individually, so like that's kind of what phase we're in right now. We're all just kind of writing on our own and trying to like come up with cool ideas, individually, and then like I said, I think we send ideas to one another and we start to feed off of those. So maybe Dan has an idea that he sends to us, and I listen to it. I'm like, oh, then it could, we could do this, and so we just try to kind of let the ideas, everybody's individual ideas, fuel everyone else, and then before we know it, we've just got like, I don't know, it just starts flowing. You know what I mean? So yeah, we haven't gotten to that stage yet with the new stuff that we're writing now, but we will pretty soon, I think. But that's generally how it works. We just kind of try to, write individually, send each other ideas. If there's sort of a general consensus that hey, it's a good idea, then we'll put it on the table and start working to like expand upon that idea and build something meaningful from it. So that's kind of the MO, generally speaking, for between the Buried and me.
the band members in BT Bam all used to sort of live relatively in the same area in the earlier days of the band. Now you guys are kind of spread out, and I guess I'm personally wondering how has, like, everybody's got their own family life and projects going on. You're geographically spread out. Wondering how that sort of growth, like just life carrying on, and all that has affected the band on an interpersonal level and on sort of like a functional musical level, how you're able to relate to each other musically.
Right. Well, fortunately, I guess the latter part of your question, like, has relatively, I mean, pretty much been unaffected, like, because of, like, the way we write music, which I described earlier. And with technology the way it is, I mean, you can record ideas easily and email them and this, that, and the other thing. So writing music and stuff is not a big deal. We can do that remotely. And then when the time comes to kind of record, like, yeah, we'll get together, we'll all kind of convene in Winston-Salem and make that happen. Same thing with preparing to go on tour. We prepare individually, and then like a day before the tour starts, we all get together in Winston-Salem and run through the set. And so everybody is, everybody's just a professional, on an individual level. We're all you know, sort of good at what we do, I guess, in that regard. So it's not a big deal. Like the geography doesn't make a difference. You know, it's really not that big a deal in general because we're older now. It's not like we, you know, gonna hang out a bunch anyway. Like we got our own thing going on. I mean, we're still best friends. We love each other. We talk on text all the time and stuff. But yeah, you know, everybody does their own thing individually. And Tommy's in California, Dusty's in Nashville now. I'm in Charlotte still. Blake's still in Winston-Salem, and Dan's in Greensboro. And that's just where we all like to live, and that's totally fine. We make it work. It's not a big deal.
I dig it. All right. Let's do a quick one, a quick light one. Vegan X asks, Impossible Burger or Beyond Burger?
I know Vegan X. That's my guy, Evan Pierce. You know, if you would have asked me like 6 months ago, I would have said the Beyond Burger, but now I'm an Impossible guy. I've switched. I've switched over. I like the Impossible meat. I think it's a little more neutral. And I'm a little biased because that's what we serve at our coffee shop. So, but yeah, I think I'm an Impossible guy right now.